Hello, everybody, and welcome to a CLNS Patriots Roundtable. Alex Barth alongside Mike Alongi, reacting to the Patriots 2018 schedule. We knew the opponents, we knew the home and aways, but after Thursday night, we now know the order and we know the times. And the times are big because 5 of the first 9 primetime games, Mike Alongi, right out of the gate.
Yeah, and 6 primetime games overall for these Patriots. I mean, it's not surprising at all. I mean, considering the marquee status that the franchise has at this point, all the Tom Brady issues. There are little storylines woven in as well with some of these games. Obviously, the Detroit Lions Week 3, that's Matt Patricia's new team. The Indianapolis Colts in Week 5, that's the Josh McDaniels spurned them this offseason. The Green Bay Packers, obviously, that would be a huge matchup between Rodgers and Brady. So all these primetime games have little storylines woven in, so it makes a lot of sense. Not exactly the greatest thing for guys like us who cover the games and have to be up, all hours of the night and all that stuff like that. But as a Patriots fan, a guy who covers the Patriots, you've kind of gotten used to it over the past 10, 15 years.
And it's going to be a tougher schedule. No more, staying up till 12:30 because the Patriots are up 40-10. It's going to be tough for people to say they have a cupcake schedule this year, especially those primetime games. And a couple not. Minnesota's a 4:25 game. Jacksonville's a 4:25 game. So it's going to be interesting to see. They really have to balance the schedule well this year. And something that's going to help with that is the late bye, Week 11.
Yeah, you obviously have a tough stretch after that by the final 6 games. You've got, the Vikings coming in here. You've got to travel to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. Your game in Miami, which I know is always a tough game to go down to Miami in December to do that. So, and obviously Bills and Jets, you play the Jets twice in those final 6 games. So that's a tough stretch. The Week 11 bye, obviously any NFL team would want a bye as late as possible in the season. And I'm pretty sure Week 11 is almost as late as you can get in the season in terms of bye week. So the Patriots certainly lucked out there. They seem to have lucked out there pretty often over the past few years. I believe that last year's bye, was Week 9, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, last year, 2 years ago, they had Week 4. There was
you might be right.
Last year was Week 4. Before that, it was 2 years ago because it was when Brady was suspended because he came back in Week 5.
That's right. So last week's was a later bye.
Last year was Week 9, but yeah, Week 11 as good as you can hit, especially since their final 2 games before that bye. And you have to pardon me for looking down. I just want to make sure I get this right. They got the Packers at home, and they got to go to Tennessee and play. And I say this every year, and we'll get into it more once the season starts. A Tennessee team that should be good this year. It's a bit of a revenge game too with Dion Lewis and Malcolm Butler, so that's going to be a tough one.
And yeah, it absolutely will. The Titans are certainly an up-and-coming team this year. Marcus Mariota gets better and better every year. As long as he can stay healthy, I think he can have another solid season. So that'll be tough. And obviously the game before that, the Green Bay Packers, that's a tough matchup for any team. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is a great – their defense has been struggling, but Aaron Rodgers by himself is reason enough to be worried about that game. One thing that I noticed just looking at the schedule really quickly, there are 2 instances this year where the Patriots have to go back-to-back in primetime games. So, Week 5 and 6, they play the Colts on Thursday night, and then 10 days later play the Chiefs on Sunday night. And then we just talked about the Buffalo Bills on October 29th. That's Monday Night Football. And then 6 days later, they have the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football. So these quick turnarounds, well, the second quick turnaround will be kind of tough considering they have 6 days to prepare for a Green Bay Packers team that – by Week 9 could be rolling on all cylinders with Rodgers and that crew.
And those 2 back-to-backs are only separated by 1 game. They've got a 1 o'clock Chicago Bears game there in the middle. So it's primetime, 1 o'clock, primetime. So a lot of late nights for us, for sure, Mike Alongi and all of us at Patriots, CLNS. One more thing. I just want to get your thoughts on this because this seemed to be the most divided Patriots fans were yesterday on Twitter. At least the most divided about the schedule, given everything else that's going on. Of course, when you play the NFC North, there's always a chance you're going to get a Thanksgiving game. Patriots have had a couple during this dynasty run. I think it was 2002 when they played at Detroit, and then again a couple of years ago. They dodged the Thanksgiving game this year. It's a Sunday game against the Jets. Happy or upset that they don't get a Thanksgiving game?
Well, if just looking at this schedule right here, I would say happy simply because they already are playing, 1 Thursday night game. They've got, the quick turnaround between the Monday night game and then the Sunday night game that I mentioned. So packing the schedule like that and having them play again another Thursday night game would have been, November 22nd, I believe. It would have been coming off their bye week, so it wouldn't have been as grueling on them. But yeah, I think, if you don't get to play on Thanksgiving, it's for me, it's not a huge deal. I know some fans are really big on, having the Patriots on Thanksgiving, and whether they play the Lions or the Cowboys or whatever. But yeah, it's not a huge deal for me.
Yeah, now that they don't do the throwback uniforms anymore, I mean it's fun as a fan, but again, like you said, as somebody who covers the team, it can turn that into a long day. And I know for sure we'd be doing one of these roundtables or the pregame or the postgame, and my uncle would wander down and end up, jumping on the camera telling me it's time to go upstairs and eat. So we dodge a bullet with that. But
There you go.
that will do it for our Patriots schedule recap. For more things Patriots, check us out online at clnsmedia.com or on Twitter at PatriotsCLNS. I want to remind everybody that this roundtable is brought to you by Hims. Guys, baldness now just an option, but you got to act fast. Visit forhims.com/report. That's forhims.com/report for their $5 trial. For Michael Alongi, I'm Alex Barth. We'll talk to you on the next one.